योगी राम सूरत कुमार की जय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राय। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, 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 जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम राम राम। राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम। राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम। राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम, राम 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 राम। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम सूरत कुमार, जय गुरु राया। योगी राम सूरत कुमार, योगी राम Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Rama. Rama 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 Rama. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Rama. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram, Rama 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 Ram. Rama Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jaya Guru Raya. Bhagwan Shri Yogi Ramsuratkumar ki jai. Sarvam Yogi Ramsuratkumar Arpanamastu. It's by pure grace of God, our Bhagwan, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, that we were able to gather here and sing his name, his powerful name, in the powerful shine of Bhagawan. How is it possible otherwise? For ordinary mortals, the mind being what it is, a trickster, would always find something or the other to escape. It's only a great gift of grace that could make this possible. Let's celebrate this grace and offer our Nama lotuses at the holy feet of Bhagwan. Now, today, just one more episode, an experience of a devotee which carries a lesson for all of us. A few days back, Dr. Shri Kannan IAS had come here to the ashram with his family, his wife and son. He has been coming to the ashram with great devotion
for a number of years now. Though he has not seen Bhagwan, he came to the ashram only after the Mahasamadhi. He took to this Bhakti Marga, devotion to Bhagwan, like fish to water. Whenever he comes here, he would be so humble that one would wonder. He said, he in fact sent a story of an experience he had only last month, that is in June, around 24th. And then he said how he learned a lesson from this, an unforgettable. He still has, an old Apple, what they call iPhone. He says it's got some 32 GB memory, and somehow he had been putting it to overuse, memory was full. The WhatsApp application stopped working, though everything else was still functioning. So he tried on his own. People say that if anything goes wrong with a cell phone, one should switch it off completely and then on, that it would mostly recover. He did that, and to his great dismay, the whole phone stopped working. At least until then, the other functions were still on. But after this trial, it became dead. Now he had no other go but approach a shop, a regular shop. He has been visiting. So when he went there, he found, once again to his dismay, the shop was closed because of this corona, the lockdown. Then he found a big showroom and service center. He was happy, he could find one at all, and he rushed there. When he gave this phone to him, to the repairer, the man who is at the repair said, "Look, there are two ways. The one way is you have to restore to factory settings, in which case the whole data will be lost. The other thing, if you don't want the data to be lost, then there is still what they call this operating system where the data would not be lost. That he could try that. Now, Shri Kannanji was very particular. He had some precious data, some beautiful photographs he had taken during his pilgrimages, and also the family photos, the happy memories of celebrations, functions of the family. He was so reluctant, he did not want to lose any of them. So, when this man said that he has this update operating system mechanism, he settled for that. He said, okay, you do this update feature so that the data will be saved. And the repairer said it would cost 600 rupees. Oh yes, as long as the data is saved and the phone starts working. And then, when the man started his work at the phone, Dr. Kannan went and sat in a corner and started to chant Bhagwan's name, Yogi Ramsuratkumar. He says in his article that he has been listening to the Satsang every day, especially in the evenings, where I would be narrating episode after episode and the glory of the name, how it would accelerate things, how it would come to the rescue of the devotees in very difficult circumstances. Now here you see he had this mental agitation because anything could happen to the phone when it is handled by the repairer, however experienced he is, that he may lose all those precious data. So you see, he was very agitated, anxious, and he started to chant Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Yogi Ramsuratkumar, Jai Guru Rai. He would have chanted about 15 to 20 namas. It was half an hour, and the repairer brought the phone saying that it did not work at all, that halfway through the phone stopped working. Generally for the update feature, the memory should not be full. There should be some space in the memory. It needed more. But then the phone was already full. So it was very doubtful, even as the repair started. But it went for half an hour, went on. After that it stopped. So the repairer came and said, look, I have tried, but halfway through, your phone has stopped. Now there is only one way out, and that is restore the factory settings and be prepared to lose the data. Dr. Kannan was not at all for it, and he said, no, you please give me the phone. And here he was very anxious, agitated, such beautiful, rare, precious photos and other data that he had preserved. He was not prepared to lose it on any account. So nearly 5 hours, he says, of anxiety, great anxiety and mental torture. When he came home, he just removed the SIM card. Now you see, he was under the impression that if he chanted the name, the phone would work faster, the repair would soon be done, and everything would resume. But what happened was just the contrary. How could you account for it? How could you reconcile? Anyway, he had no other go. He came home and removed his SIM card. And then it started to work. Because there was this Wi-Fi system in their house, and the phone by itself spontaneously started to function. It was his son, Sridhar, who found out and said, "Father, you chanted Yogi Ramsuratkumar Nama. You just see what has happened to the phone. It started working on its own." Of course, Dr. Kannanji realized himself that it was the Nama that had done it, because the repairer who was so experienced, he could not do it. But when Kannanji, who chanted the Nama, he simply removed the SIM card and it started functioning. And immediately, hurriedly, he downloaded some of those photos and left some free space and memory. So the entire phone resumed the complete function. Shri Kannanji says, it might sound very ordinary and very small miracle to people, but then the anxiety that I went through, those 5 hours, first the shop was closed, and then he went to another shop, and then he gave the ultimatum. He said, "Look, I can only try this." And then halfway it stopped working. There was no hope at all. And then it simply started working as soon as he reached home. It was Dr. Kannan who chanted the name. As soon as he did something, just remove, so much as remove the SIM card, it started functioning to their wonder and surprise. And it was his son, Sridhar, who pointed out, "Father, you chanted the name and that's why it started working now." So Dr. Kannanji says, I learned a lesson. Even after chanting the name, one has to be patient. One has to chant the name with faith and be patient and leave it to Bhagwan to work in his own time. Let him choose. Let him do the work as he wants and when he wants. You just have to be patient and you have to keep on chanting with faith. He said it may be an ordinary episode, but this Leela taught me a lesson that I could never forget for life. For any prarthana, any prayer, you want anything done by the divine, because it's otherwise impossible, all that you have to do, take refuge in the name of Bhagwan and chant it with faith and wait until it starts working. Just keep on chanting until it starts working. And that, of course, would be chosen by Bhagwan. Truly, this has a lesson. Many people complain that, oh, I have been chanting, but nothing seems to work. Things are ever the same. Why? Why is Nama not working? As I used to say, everything has a price. We have to keep on chanting until in a particular Nama, things would begin to work. And you would be surprised at the power behind it. Now that apart, this reminded me. Suddenly my mind began to race. Thoughts were racing. Each of us is like only a cell phone. These days, everybody uses the cell phone. Everybody is almost addicted to it. Even the second standard, third standard boys, some of them have iPhone, the cell phones. Without cell phone, they feel that they are utterly helpless. Such is the need for these phones. And even children, I've seen when the mothers bring their children, 5 months, 6 months old, when they start crying, immediately the mothers would give only the cell phone in the hand of the child. And then it would start pressing, it would start immediately smiling. A few months old baby. Such is the magic of the cell phone. And now it seemed to me that each one of us is like a cell phone, a machine with some common applications and some optional applications, preferred applications. There are common functions for all of us and some special applications. If you are a musician, you have an application for it. If you are a sportsman, there's a special one for it. If you are a scientist, there's a special one for it. You take any field, cultivation or engineering wonders, whatever it is, there is a very specific, special application, and it is optional. Now each one of us has been designed, devised, just like the cell phone. We have some common applications for everyone and some optional, special applications, depending upon our talent and the leaning towards some art or science, some talent or the other. But you see, the cell phone, unless you switch it on, these applications don't come alive. It is dead. The minute the operator switches it on, it starts working, and there are wonders and wonders inside. It's a world by itself. They say next to God is Google. There is nothing that Google does not know. So, you see, we also, God has made this body of ours, and He has put life in it. And He switches it on, and then the in-breath, then out-breath, in-breath, then out-breath. And then the eyes begin to see, ears begin to hear, the brain begins to work, the limbs start functioning. We come alive. So there is the divine operator inside each of us, who is the life of the life in us. But for this divine operator, we would be dead. We would be dead and gone. The body would immediately start decaying. And no function would ever function. So you see, just as we are needed for switching on a cell phone upon which we depend so much, our everyday life, here is a divine operator in each of these machines who starts your breathing, who sustains your breathing, and one day He would stop it when He chooses. The cell phone doesn't wait to ask you, oh, I'm going to switch off now, I'm not going to work anymore. It simply happens, and then you take it and run to your shop. So I was thinking that it is the divine operator that we must remember. Thank God, we still have to depend upon the operator, the cell phone, as well as we have to depend upon this operator. Many of us are not even aware we are breathing, but breathing happens with such rhythm and beauty and precision. How is it possible? There is the supreme intelligence inside, the supreme consciousness, because of which we are conscious, because of which we are intelligent, though limited. Why? Because the supreme intelligence chooses this limited intelligence, unlimited consciousness for this machine, for each machine. So let us remember, let us not forget that each one of us is only a machine. Bhagawan often said, referring to himself, this machine works well unto the satisfaction of my Father. This beggar doesn't care what people say, what people think about this beggar. My Father assures this beggar that this machine works well. So let's remember that our machines must work well, and that with the grace of Bhagwan. Let us not forget the operator, but for whom we would be dead and gone, that he is the life of all life. He is the life of our own life. So he is the doer, he is the real doer of things. But for him there would be no breath. If there is no breath, your brain would not work. Circulation, blood will not circulate. No function can happen. And the body would start to degenerate. Now that operator, the divine operator is here, right in front of us, with his raised hand in benediction. We shall offer our today's prayer at his feet. Bhagwan, we know, but for you, the whole cosmos would be simply mud and dust. It's because you have put life. The whole cosmos has come alive, and everything is functioning, and with such precision, beauty, order, and harmony. We beg you, Bhagwan, now there is disharmony in nature. We beg you again and again for your immediate divine intervention to free the entire humanity from the dreadful grip of these viruses and bring back a dharmic normalcy in all aspects of life, everywhere. We beg you again, Bhagwan, because that's the only thing we know. And we do it 1,000,000 times. For uprooting, for wiping out all that is negative in us, especially the killer fear. The fear, the panic can cause more havoc than the pandemic. And Bhagwan, we beg you again to arrest the rapid spread of the diseases, enter those medicines so that they start working and they would kill the viruses once for all. And all those great people, the frontline volunteers from every department, sanitary, police, medical, the volunteers of every kind, every department, they're working so hard, slogging through day and night at the very risk of their lives for the sake of others. we beg you again for their protection and all-round well-being. And Bhagwan, we beg you once again for a lift to our economy. Above all, please bless us to remember your name constantly and to be willing and good instrument in your hands so that we could do all our actions, our everyday life. We could run our everyday life as an offering to you. And that final supreme blessing of complete purification of mind, the great transformation, so that we could see only your presence everywhere, your blessings, your grace in everything, and your leelas in every happening of the world. We pray to you soulfully and intensely for this huge, supreme blessing. Jai Yogi Ramsuratkumar.